Good morning, children. Let's start our new lesson, Footprints Without Feet. This lesson is written by H.G. Wells, and there is also a movie based on this uh, book, you can say. So, there is a man or a scientist, you can say, who swallow rare drugs and he becomes invisible. So, let's start. Let's read the story and let's see. The two boys started in surprise at the fresh muddy imprints of a pair of bare feet. Two boys were surprised to see the imprints or the images of the bare feet, nange paon, bare feet on the mud, fresh mud. What a barefooted man doing on the steps of a house in the middle of London. What they were surprised to see what a barefooted man was doing in the middle of London in a house which was situated in the middle of London. And where was the man? Only they were able to see the footprints, but they were not able to see the man. So they were surprised. They were looking at each other and asking where the man was. As they gazed, while they were looking at only, a remarkable sight met their eyes. They saw a strange scene. A fresh footmark appeared from nowhere. They were not sure from where a fresh footmark again appeared. Further, footprints followed one after another, descending the steps and progressing down the street. The further they noticed that the footsteps appeared one after the other. Footsteps came down the stairs of the house and went or moved towards a street. The boys followed those footsteps until the muddy impressions became fainter and fainter, until those muddy impressions of the feet became fainter and fainter, and at last disappeared together. And at last, those disappeared. Footprints disappeared. The explanation of the mystery was really simple enough. The bewildered boys, the shocked boys, had been following a scientist who had just discovered how to make human body transparent. They were following a scientist who discovered a rare drug to make the human body invisible, or not actually invisible but transparent enough that nobody could see anything. Griffin the scientist, the name of the scientist was Griffin. Griffin the scientist had carried out experiment after experiment to prove that the human body could become invisible. Finally, he swallowed certain rare drugs on his body, and his body became as transparent as a sheet of glass, though it also remained as solid as glass. Finally, he got success to discover such a drug. If you swallow that drug, your body will become transparent, but it will remain solid. Brilliant scientist though he was a brilliant scientist, but Griffin was rather a lawless person. He was not following any law and order. His landlord disliked him and tried to eject him. His landlord did not like his habits or behavior, and he wanted to eject him, to want him to leave his house. In revenge, what did Griffin do? Griffin set fire to the house, and he set fire, and he wanted to get away without being noticed. Then without being seen or without being noticed, then what did he do? He removed all the clothes, and his body became invisible again. Thus, it was that he became a homeless wanderer without clothes, without money, quite invisible, until he happened to step in some mud and left footprints as he walked. Now, this is the way how he became homeless person, homeless wanderer. Wanderer means the one who roams here and there aimlessly. He became without clothes, without money, and quite invisible until he put his feet into mud and the impressions again appeared. He escaped He escaped easily enough from the boys who followed his footprints in London. This is how he was able to escape from the boys who were following him. But his adventures were by no means over. But his adventures were not over yet. He had chosen a bad time of the year to wander about London without clothes. He had chosen a bad time. That time in London it is too cold, shivery, and he was roaming here and there in the London in such a bitter cold without clothes. It was midwinter. The air was bitterly cold and he could not do without clothes. He was not able to stay without clothes, live without clothes. Instead of walking about the street, he decided to slip into a big London store for warmth. Now, what he decided, what next he thought of doing, he thought of going into a London store where he could get a little warmth. Closing time arrived. Now, it was the closing time, the store was about to close. And as soon as the doors were shut, Griffin was able to give himself the pleasure of clothing and feeding himself without regard to expense, without paying any money. He was now he was ready to use the clothes from the store, to take the clothes from the store and to feed himself without paying any bill. He broke open the boxes and wrappers and fitted himself out with warm clothes. And he put again the warm clothes. Soon, with shoes, an overcoat, and a wide brimmed hat, and he took a white hat also, he became a fully dressed and visible person. In the kitchen of the restaurant, he found cold meat and coffee, and he followed up the meal with sweets and wine taken from the grocery store. In the big London store, he went to the different departments. Now he went to the grocery store from where he got the wine. Finally, he settled down to sleep on a pile of quilts, and finally he was ready to sleep. If only Griffin has managed to wake up in good time, all might have been well. If Griffin would wake up at the right time before the store gets open, then he would have done something good to himself. But as it was, he did not wake up until the assistants were already arriving next morning. He was sleeping there till next morning, and he was there. He did not leave the store before the assistants arrived. When he saw a couple of them approaching, he panicked and began to run. He got panicked and he started running. They naturally gave a chase. Now, definitely they started following him. In the end, he was able to escape only by quickly taking off his newly found clothes. Now, ultimately, what he did, again, if he wanted to escape from the situation, he had to remove his clothes. So, once more, he found himself invisible but naked in the chill January air. Again, he was without clothes. This time, he decided to try the stock of the theatrical company in the hope of finding not only the clothes but also something that would hide the empty space above his shoulders. Now he thought of going to a theater where from their stock he was able to get the clothes, not only the clothes to cover his body but the empty space between his head and the neck. Shivering with cold, he hurried to the Drury Lane, the center of the theatre world. Now he went there, Drury Lane. He found a suitable shop. He made his way, invisible, upstairs and came out a little later wearing bandages all round his forehead. Dark glasses, false nose, big bushy side whiskers and a large hat. Now this is a description of the clothes what he got from the theatre shop. To escape without being seen, he carelessly attacked the shopkeeper from behind, after which he robbed him all of his money and after which he robbed him all the money he could find. Just he wanted to escape without being noticed, so he attacked the shopkeeper from behind suddenly. Here the word carelessly means suddenly. He attacked the shopkeeper so that the shopkeeper could not get any time to think what has happened, and he looted all the money, or he has taken all the money from the shopkeeper. Eager to get away from the crowded London, he took a train to the village of Iping. Now he thought of leaving the town and he thought of going to a village. The name of the village was Iping, where he booked 2 rooms in a local inn. Now he booked 2 rooms in a local inn. The arrival of a stranger at an inn in winter was, in any case, an unusual event. At that time of the year, in the inn, the arrival of a stranger was quite unusual. A stranger of such uncommon appearance set all the tongues wagging, and because of he was having an unusual appearance, all the people or around the village or around the inn or in the inn started talking about him. Tongues wagging means started talking about the man. Mrs. Hall, the landlord's wife, made every effort to be friendly. The landlord or the owner of the inn, his wife tried a lot to be friendly with Griffin, but that was of no use. But Griffin had no desire to talk and told her, "My reason for coming to Iping is a desire for solitude." He doesn't want himself to be disturbed, so he told Mrs. Hall that his reason for coming to Iping and staying in an inn is the he wanted solitude. He wanted to stay alone. He wanted solitude. I do not wish to be disturbed in my work. Besides, an accident has affected my face. Now he described why people were, as the people were looking at him strangely. So he told them that it is because of an accident, because of which his face has affected.